Coming up, the O'Reilly Superstar Batteries NHR Fall Nationals, and the finals will be tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. NASCAR now at 10 Eastern, also on ESPN2. And then our NASCAR Nationwide Series broadcast from Kansas will be next Saturday, 3 Eastern. That also on the Deuce. And the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series from Kansas Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern, right here on ESPN. Jimmie Johnson out in front by 3.1 seconds over Kyle Busch. Joey Logano is third, Carl Edwards fourth, and Jeff Burton is fifth. But Kyle Busch had himself an issue just a few moments ago. Let's show you what happened.
Coming out of turn 2 here, trying to get all he could get. The 77 was right on his bumper from where Kyle had gotten around him. Gets into the wall a little bit. Not sure how much damage. It's going to change his car.
Well, let's listen on the radio and see what he says.
Right side, I knocked it out. It's different. I'll figure it out.
Vince, you've got more?
Well, the big question for Kyle was whether he did damage to the front or just the rear. He said he felt like it was just the rear. His spotter said he thinks that maybe they built in that right front just a little bit. But Kyle says it's not too bad, but it definitely feels tighter since that contact.
Well, and then if you want to watch another interesting moment, watch Casey Kane as we ride on board with Tony Stewart.
Well, you think this isn't a challenge? You can see he had his right sides in that really dark spot. Looked like where the rubber's really building up. It's made the car take off up the racetrack. Nice save.
Meanwhile, Jimmie Johnson continues to lead, but his lead's down to 2.8 seconds. He's gotten around Travis Kvapil again. There is second place. Joey Logano is 5.9 seconds behind the race leader. Let's get an update from pit road. Dave Burns.
On the leader, Jimmie Johnson. He's had very good comments about this race car all day long. And remember, his 5 wins here make him the leader among active drivers. But what about his record following a bad week? Did you realize that there have been 7 times in the chase where he has finished 25th or worse, similar to last week? The next week, 3 times, he's won the race. That's a pretty good stat, Marty.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they've got plenty of stats to back up those 4 championships.
Yeah. There's quite a few.
All right, we mentioned Mark Martin had gotten back on the lead lap on his own. Guess where he is now? If you are a Mark Martin fan, get out your T-shirts, your flags, wear them proudly, because Mark is up to the 11th spot, and it's like the Mark Martin we knew from last year. He has taken this car and moved it up 31 spots, Jamie Little.
Well, this car has been tight, but he has been up on the wheel the entire race. His pit crew is getting the job done. Remember, after qualifying, where he had a third-place qualifying effort, they did not pass inspection. The right rear shock exceeded maximum allowable pressure, and Alan Gustafson said it was an honest mistake. They were very disappointed. They feel like they just can't catch a break this year. But, guys, this run from 42nd up to 11th right now has got to make the team feel good.
And he still has just a tick under 150 laps to be able to even crack the top 10 and maybe even the top 5. And he is right now in 11th, 14 seconds behind the race leader, and that is Jimmie Johnson, who leads by 3.1 seconds over Kyle Busch. So another pit stop sequence about to occur as the laps continue here at Dover. Last time around, well, it's been very physical for some and very scary for some others. Stay with us. We've got a lot more coming from the Monster. Welcome back to the AAA 400. Make sure to go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. Jimmie Johnson has stayed out as pit stops have started here. Another cycle on the green flag. A.J. Allmendinger has already come in. Points leader Denny Hamlin is running 7th. And as you can see, Greg Biffle, he has made his pit stop, and he is now in 26th position right now and shown 3 laps down. 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya has made his stop. He is running back out. And let's go to Dr. Jerry Bunch.
Kevin Harvick on for his pit stop. The car very, very tight. Chassis adjustment, air pressure adjustment, 4 Goodyear tires, being very deliberate. We've heard a couple of guys leaving the tires loose. He is down and away. Jamie.
And his teammate Jeff Burton says he's a little free on entry, a little tight on exit. No changes, 4 tires for the 31. Vince.
the 18 of Kyle Busch. They talked about making a wedge adjustment depending on how that right front fender was, but they said the fender's not bad, so they're going to just make air pressure adjustment in both front tires for Kyle Busch. 4 fresh Goodyears for Kyle in the 18. There's the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin has been battling a loose in-car throughout much of the day. 4 fresh tires for Hamlin, and an air pressure adjustment as well, but he's been in the top 10. That would be a victory if they could finish there.
Jimmy Johnson now making his way down pit road, and Carl Edwards is behind him.
Pit road. All right, bud.
Let's send it to Dave Burns.
Now, Jimmy Johnson said, I had to get into the corner softer, so in essence, I backed up the center of the corner, and that made it just a little bit tight for me. But the exit was very good. So what they're going to do is, it appears it's going to be track bar. They talked about taking a spring rubber out as well, but that's interesting. Changing his line changed the way that they had to make their adjustments. The 99 of Carl Edwards is in as well. His car was looser this run. They talked about a quarter pound of air pressure and a wedge adjustment for Carl.
All right, Dave, as they finish up on the work on Carl Edwards, looking down pit road, Kurt Busch is also coming down. You see him at the top portion of your screen. David Reagan right out in front of him. Regan Smith, who just celebrated his 27th birthday, and he had a penalty that he had to serve. He was speeding on pit road, and unfortunately, that is going to be a problem because he just got busted again. He sped on his pass-through. Let's get the update on the 2, Dave.
Kurt Busch is recovering somewhat from that pit road speeding penalty. Loose everywhere was the car. He picked up about 5 or 6 positions on that run. They make a track bar adjustment and air pressure adjustment for Kurt.
And you see the 48 of Jimmy Johnson going around Clint Boyer. Boyer, 27th spot right now, 3 laps down. His chase hopes are dwindling quickly. Other chasers that are in a bit of a bind, well, Greg Biffle's in 22nd, 1 lap down. Matt Kenseth, 20th, 1 lap down here at Dover.